The girl could tell at a glance exactly how many dots were on a tie.
267.
And after reading a book once, she could recite it word for word. Most astonishing of all, she could hear other people's whispers from 50 meters away. One day, while she was lying in bed watching cartoons, a sudden, piercing sound of shattering glass startled her. Out of curiosity, she opened the window and saw an old man with a plastic bag wrapped around his head struggling desperately at the edge of the window, while the housekeeper beside him was flustered and at a loss. The scene caused Lisa intense pain, and she instinctively covered her ears. After a short while, the housekeeper's scream echoed from a distance. The old man was dead, and the housekeeper was charged with intentional homicide and brought to court. Based on the testimony of witness Lisa, the prosecution initially determined that the housekeeper had murdered the old man and staged it as a suicide, but the housekeeper looked completely innocent. She told attorney Jack that she had been sleeping that day when she suddenly heard strange noises coming from the bedroom. When she entered, she saw the old man with a plastic bag over his head. She tried to tear it off, but the old man forcefully pushed her away. Panicking, she ran to get a pair of scissors, but by the time she returned, the old man had already suffocated to death. As the housekeeper spoke, she began to cry, saying that for 10 years she had cared for the old man as if he were her own family and had absolutely no reason to kill him. Jack was moved by her tearful plea and asked whether the old man had ever shown suicidal tendencies. The housekeeper said that many years ago, after his wife passed away, he had been deeply devastated and had repeatedly contemplated suicide, even undergoing psychological treatment for it. Jack fully believed the housekeeper's words. In contrast, witness Lisa's eyes were evasive and she seemed very nervous. She even began to sing when questioned by the police. Jack began to doubt the credibility of Lisa's testimony and consulted a psychologist. The psychologist told him that people with autism generally possess extremely high intelligence and an acute sense of hearing. For example, when she seemed to be singing, she was in fact studying the rhythm of the music. She simply lived in her own world and could not focus outwardly. The psychologist stated that Lisa's testimony was highly credible. This was bad news for Jack because according to Lisa's testimony, the housekeeper would be convicted of murder.